And
Thank you.
I know, and just being able to balance your motherhood, your politics, your relationships, and then also be this amazing actress that I still wish you were working.
It's been an interesting, let's see, I left the business 10 years ago, quite deliberately, Rosanna, because...
Did Ted want you to leave?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, on
to
our
be
second...
with him.
Yeah. He is...
Damn him. No, but that's...
on our second date. Ted made it real clear that if it was going to work, that I would have to give up my career. And I'm thinking, boy, this guy's really crazy. I mean, he's only been out with me once before. And I mean, I've worked all my life and supported my families, but I decided that I'd had a career and I'd, won the awards and all that kind of thing, but I'd never really had an intimate relationship. You have to figure out what what ultimately, when you come to the end, what it is that you...
What's really important.
What's important. What will you regret that you don't have? And, I wasn't going to regret 10 more movies or 5 more movies. I was going to regret lack of intimacy. But there is one part of it that I miss, and it's something that doesn't exist anywhere else outside of movies, I don't think. Do you want me to tell you how to describe it?
Yes.
I would say that it's maybe in 40-some years of career and 49 movies, it's maybe happened 8 times, 10 times. In every movie, there's a scene that's pivotal. And whether the movie works or not depends on the scene. And usually it's a scene where there are very complicated emotional transitions. And very often, if you're lucky enough to be working with a good director, he or she will want to do it all in one take, which means that these emotional transitions will be happening as you move from one place to another, and the lights, and you have to hit your marks. And so you wake up in the morning on the day that you're going to shoot this, and, towards the end of my career, I would get sick to my stomach. I'd be so scared. I'm not the only one. I mean, Meryl Streep is another one. I mean, it's amazing when you think of the performers who get so scared.
Insomnia, I have insomnia.
Insomnia, yeah. I mean, so scared. So you go to work, and you don't know whether you're supposed to give everything during rehearsal, because if you blow your wad in rehearsal, maybe you can't get it back up again. But you don't want to not go pretty far into the emotion because you have to figure out where it is you're going to go, So anyway, it's a balancing act. So you've done the rehearsal, and now it's the time for them to set the lights, and you go and you sit in your trailer or your dressing room to wait. And it can be a half hour, it can be an hour, it can be, if it's a complicated shot, it can be 3 hours. And what do? Do you read a book and get too far away from where you're supposed to be? Do you stay and think about it and then get all tense? So, right, I mean, you know this. It's this figuring out what kind of state of emotional and psychic limbo do you maintain during these 1 to 3 hours. And then the moment comes where they knock on your door and they say, "We're ready, Miss Fonda." You're paid a pretty good salary. It's $100,000 a day is what it costs to make your average Hollywood film. There's about 100 people on the set wanting to see if you're going to, show us that you deserve the salary that you're getting. There's a lot of pressure, and then there's this gauntlet that you walk from when you leave your dressing room until you enter the set, which now is like a circle of light. Not just a circle of the Klieg lights, but energy. It's like the center of a magnet. It's just like the eye of the hurricane. And every time I walk that gauntlet, it's like, stay loose. Please don't, all the doors of your creativity, keep them open, keep breathing, stay relaxed, stay loose. Please, God, let me do it. Please, God, don't let me shut down. And you stand in place, and it's almost like a crapshoot, right? I mean, you just don't know whether you will, and we've all experienced it when you get up there, and it's all depending on you, and you can't get it up. and it's not there. But the one thing I miss is when it does work. And as I said, it hasn't been that many times out of 49 films, maybe 8 times that I've been in a situation like this. And you step into the light and you hit your first mark, and all of the channels are open, and it happens. And it's like a plane taking off. You taxi and you take off, and you become. And it's like a dance, both with the other actor or actress and the camera and the lights, and it's this wonderful fusion of hitting your marks and loving the camera and loving your co-star, and the emotions are all there, and it's better than any lovemaking. It is just, it's the greatest thing in the world. It's also the worst thing in the world.
Hard.
Because if
So
it doesn't
painful.
work, you want to die.
Yeah.
And because you know what it can be, you're so scared it won't happen. And that's what makes this profession, it's so great for the soul, but so hard on the nerves.
It really is, isn't it?
And I just decided that I was going to go with the nerves. I was going to get out of that circle of light and find my circle of light somewhere else.